Directions. In this section of the test, you will have an opportunity to demonstrate your ability to understand conversations and talks in English. There are 3 parts in this section with special directions for each part. Answer all the questions on the basis of what is stated or implied by the speakers in the recording. There will be time for you to read the instructions and you will have a chance to check your work. The recording will be played once only. Now you will have some time to look at Part 1. We will tell you when Part 1 begins. Part 1, Questions 1 to 8. Directions. In this part, you will hear 8 short announcements or instructions. There is 1 question for each announcement or instruction. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C or D. Then, on the answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer that you have chosen. Now, let's listen to an example. On the recording, you will hear.
Hello. This is the travel agency returning your call. You left a message about the holiday you booked, asking which meals are included in the cost during your stay at Sunny Hotel. Lunch and dinner are free, but if you wish to have breakfast in the hotel, you will need to pay an extra amount of money, depending on what you order. Let me know if I can help you with any other information. Goodbye.
On the test book, you will read. Which meal is not included in the price of the holiday? A. Breakfast. B. Lunch. C. Dinner. D. All. The correct answer is A. Breakfast. Now, let's begin with the first question. Question 1.
What will be discussed today?
Welcome to our monthly staff meeting, everybody. Today's agenda is a little different than usual. In addition to updates from each department, we will discuss the new computer system. This new system will make it much easier to store all of our customer information. It will also make file sharing more convenient. There will be a training program later in the month, and everybody will then have a chance to learn more about the system.
Question 2.
What is the purpose of this announcement? I'd like to announce that JJ Wong will be stepping down as President of Marketing. Due to recent health problems, JJ has decided to take early retirement. He plans to spend more time with his family and travel. JJ has worked here at Adams Market for 20 years. We wish him a happy retirement. Tomorrow will be JJ's last day. We will have a small buffet lunch in the boardroom, starting at 12 p.m. tomorrow. I hope all of you will join us.
Question 3.
What is causing the problem?
Good morning. This is the 7 a.m. traffic report. No problems are reported on most major highways. The only exception is Highway 5 heading south to Madison Street, which is under road construction. There are severe delays and traffic jams for 5 miles. Please avoid this section of highway if you can. The roadwork on Highway 5 will continue all week, so try to find a different route to work over the next few days.
Question 4.
What will happen on Thursday? Here is this week's weather forecast. The weather on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be hot and sunny. So remember to wear sunscreen and a hat. Toward the end of the week, temperatures will start to cool and bring a strong chance of rain. Expect thunder showers on Thursday and a high of 22 degrees Celsius. Friday will see partly cloudy conditions and scattered showers. The good news is that by the weekend, the sunshine will be back, though the weather will still be cool.
Question 5.
What will be discussed tomorrow?
And that brings us to the end of tonight's edition of Weekly News Review with me, Nick Hancock. Next up is News at 11, with the roundups of the day's news, sports, and business stories. Thanks for joining me and my guests for a discussion of this week's news. Special thanks to Marta Friedman for her insights into the latest fashion trends. Tomorrow night, my special guest will be John Winston from Entertainment Magazine. He will be talking about his new book, TV is Good for Babies. Thank you for listening to BBC Radio 5.
Question 6.
When is this announcement being made?
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. We will soon be leaving JFK International Airport. Please note that the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We ask you to stow all carry-on luggage in the overhead compartment or under the seat in front of you. Please make sure that your tray table is locked in the upright position and that your seat backs are also in the upright position. And please check that all electronic equipment is turned off, including cell phones. Switching them to airplane mode is not enough. Thank you and have a good flight.
Question 7.
What is the purpose of this announcement?
Welcome to the Van Gogh Museum. We'd like to ask you to follow museum rules when you are in the galleries. Works of art can easily be damaged, so please do not touch them. You are not allowed to take photographs or make video recordings of any artwork. Large bags, umbrellas, and bottles holding liquids must be thrown away before you enter. Smoking is prohibited throughout the building. Thank you for your cooperation, and please enjoy your time with us here today.
Question 8.
What compensation will passengers receive? Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Air Canada Flight 560 to San Francisco is delayed until 9:30 p.m. If you have a connecting flight in San Francisco, please talk to the Air Canada representative at Gate E2. Our representative will advise you what to do about connections in San Francisco. Please check the information boards for further information and the new departure gate number. To compensate for this inconvenience, we will be issuing discount coupons that can be used for future Air Canada flights.
This is the end of part 1. Now, go on to part 2. Now you will have some time to look at part 2. We will tell you when part 2 begins. Part 2, Questions 9 to 20. In this part, you will hear 3 conversations. The conversations will not be repeated. There are 4 questions for each conversation. For each question, choose the correct answer, A, B, C or D. Questions 9 to 12.
Listen to a radio program.
Hello and welcome to Future Shop, the radio program where we look at the gadgets of the future. We have a few different gadgets to look at today, don't we, Lisa?
Yes, we do, Ben. Let's look at these headphones first of all. We'll all have headphones like these in the future. You probably have headphones for listening to music and playing computer games, don't you?
Yes, that's right, I do.
Do you think you maybe play your music a little too loud?
Yes, sometimes, that's true.
Well, these very special headphones are for you, Ben. If you're playing your music too loudly, they automatically turn down the volume. Ear doctors across the world will love these headphones.
Amazing! Now, what about this wonderful fridge?
It doesn't look anything special to me.
Well, let me tell you that these fridges are going to be in every house in the year 3000. The fridge remembers all your favourite foods, milk, chocolate, cheese, whatever. Then, when your fridge is getting empty, it plays some music and a red light comes on with a picture of the thing you need.
Wow! I want one of these fridges.
Well, Lisa, you can't have one now, I'm afraid. They won't be in the shops for another few years.
Oh, well, take a look at this 3D TV.
Where's the plug?
It doesn't have one. You don't need to plug it in. It also makes special smells, so if you're watching a TV program about cooking, you'll smell the food too.
I like that idea. It's making me feel hungry just thinking about it. Well, our next gadget is this very special dishwasher.
What's this on the front?
It's a television screen. While you wash your dishes, you can watch all of your favourite programmes too.
I don't think that's a very good idea. Who wants to stand up and watch the TV? That won't sell very well. I prefer this microwave. I'm going to buy this as soon as it gets to the shops. It plays music when your food is ready.
Now, that does sound like a good buy. I think I'll get one too. Do you know how much it costs?
Now answer question number 9. Now answer question number 10. Now answer question number 11. Now answer question number 12.
Questions 13 to 16.
Listen to a conversation between a student and a university employee.
Hi, do you need any assistance?
Hi, yes. Is this where I buy tickets for tonight's jazz concert?
Yes, you can get them here at the Student Center or at the auditorium. How many tickets do you need?
I need to buy one for myself and one for a friend.
Okay. Can I see your student ID?
Here it is.
That's fine. And is your friend a student here?
No, he's not. Are the tickets different prices?
Yes, the tickets are different prices. The non-student ticket is $5 more than the student ticket because students that go to this university get a discount.
So how much are they?
The student ticket is $10 and the non-student ticket is $15. Do you still want them?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I'll still take the tickets.
Great. The total for 2 tickets is $25. We don't have the tickets here, but you can collect them at the auditorium.
Great, thanks. Oh, where is the auditorium?
It's the building next to the recreation office, and it starts at 7 p.m., so you should be there by 6:15 to collect your tickets and get a good seat.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem. Here's your receipt. You need to show them this receipt to collect the tickets. Also, make sure to take your ID. They will want to verify the name on the tickets with your student ID.
Now answer question number 13. Now answer question number 14. Now answer question number 15. Now answer question number 16.
Questions 17 to 20.
Listen to a conversation on campus.
Hey, Dave, I was told you were going to be moving out of the dorm this week.
Yes, I am. I was going to come and talk to you. Since you're the RA, I'm hoping you can answer a question for me.
Sure, what's your question?
Will I get any kind of refund from my housing payment since I am leaving early?
I presume you will only get a partial refund. I think you would have received a full refund if you made this decision within 3 weeks of orientation.
I guess a partial refund is better than no refund. Where do I go?
That is true. Apparently, you can collect refunds from the accommodation office, so go there first. But let me know if you have any problems.
Great, thanks.
Why are you moving?
Well, I don't feel like dorm life is for me. I think I made a mistake moving into the dorms. I found having 3 roommates a burden. I'm moving in with my brother. He's moved a few blocks from the school.
I understand. It is hard to live with 3 people. 1 roommate is much better. You will also save money, although I don't know if I could live with my brother.
Well, we get along really well, so I am looking forward to living with him.
That's good. When do you plan to move all of your stuff out?
I should have all my stuff out by Friday.
Now answer question number 17. Now answer question number 18. Now answer question number 19.
What does the RA imply when she says this?
Although I don't know if I could live with my brother.
Now answer question number 20.
This is the end of part 2. Now, go on to part 3. Now you will have some time to look at part 3. We will tell you when part 3 begins. Part 3, Questions 21 to 35. In this part, you will hear 3 talks or lectures. The talks or lectures will not be repeated. There are 5 questions for each talk or lecture. For each question, choose the right answer, A, B, C or D.
Questions 21 to 25.
Listen to part of a talk about Greenpeace.
Hello everyone. Today's session is the second of our lectures focusing on the environment. This week we're looking at Greenpeace, one of the leading international groups working for the environment. A key area of Greenpeace's work is climate change. Stop and think for a moment. Think of all the different things you do that might impact on the climate. For example, you might drive a car every day or use a lot of electricity. This is only part of the overall impact. Now think of all the different things companies and governments do that have an effect on the environment. Greenpeace works hard to influence the impact that the public, companies and governments have on the climate. It organises its work in 5 main ways. Greenpeace focuses on key places in the world and works towards protecting these. They conduct a number of investigations that highlight a problem. At present, there are 2 main areas that are being investigated because of climate change. The first is the Arctic and Antarctic, where Greenpeace is focusing on rising sea levels, pollution levels and global warming. The second is rainforests. Greenpeace is looking at a number of rainforests around the world and considering the impact of deforestation in places such as Indonesia and Brazil. They are examining issues such as the destruction of biodiversity and culture, and the wider impact that deforestation is having on the planet. Greenpeace does a lot of other work in areas such...
Now answer question number 21. Now answer question number 22. Now answer question number 23. Now answer question number 24. Now answer question number 25.
Questions 26 to 30.
Listen to the lecture about who built the pyramids.
Who built the pyramids? Historians used to think that slaves were forced to, but it's not true. Researchers have been studying the areas around these ancient structures. They are looking at the cities that formed while they were being built. For example, the food the builders ate shows us they were not slaves. Historians have found bakeries where bread was made to feed the workers. They've also found bones of the meat they ate. It seems that the builders ate quite well. Only the best meat for them. But slaves are not usually fed high-quality food. Furthermore, it seems that there were different types of workers. Some were highly skilled and stayed in the cities all year. Others worked for only short lengths of time. And guess what time of year they chose? Yes, the summer. Not because it was warm, but because that is when the Nile flooded. These workers, we can guess, were farmers. They couldn't work the fields when they were flooded, so they came in to help build the pyramids for maybe some money. Of course, we don't really know if they were paid. They may have been told they had to help, but that's not really the same as slavery. Or they may have wanted to help. Maybe they felt loyal to the pharaoh. We don't really know, but it seems that they were not forced to, nor were they treated badly. Another piece of evidence is graffiti. That tells us a lot about the social structure. The graffiti found does not support the idea that they were slaves. Rather, it shows groups of workers who were committed to their work.
Now answer question number 26. Now answer question number 27. Now answer question number 28. Now answer question number 29.
Listen again to part of the lecture, then answer the question.
Historians have found bakeries where bread was made to feed the workers. They've also found bones of the meat they ate. It seems that the builders ate quite well. Only the best meat for them. But slaves are not usually fed high-quality food.
Why does the professor say this?
Only the best meat for them.
Now answer question number 30.
Questions 31 to 35.
Listen to a lecture in a psychology class.
We're talking today about motivation, specifically about internal and external motivation. Let's start with definitions. Okay, so who can tell me what motivation is?
Motivation is, well, it's what makes you want to do something.
Simply put, yes, that's right. Motivation stimulates behavior. It's what induces us to behave, act in certain ways. Motivation can be described as either internal or external. Internal motivation is, as the term implies, motivation that comes from the inside. A person is motivated to do something, some task or activity, because she finds the activity itself rewarding. She doesn't rely on any outside source to make her want to do it. When internal motivation is in operation, a person has good feelings about the activity, a sense of achievement or of self-satisfaction. External motivation, on the other hand, is motivation that comes from the outside. A reward, let's say, bestowed by another person. The reward can take different forms. Can anyone give me any examples?
In a classroom, if the teacher gives the kids stars or stickers or something like that for good behavior, that would be external motivation. There are a lot of forms of external motivation in a classroom. Giving kids extra time at recess, that's another example.
Yes, certainly. What about grades? Would you say that the grades a teacher gives constitute external motivation?
Oh, yes, sure. Grades are a really important type of external motivation, especially for older kids.
Okay, so there are lots of ways external motivation can be used in the classroom and in the workplace as well. Sometimes it's very effective, but it has its drawbacks as well. There were some interesting studies done on this in the 1970s, quite a while ago now, and although other researchers tried to disprove the results, the results that is, were later backed up by further analysis and research. Okay, so essentially what these researchers found was that external rewards can have the result of weakening internal motivation. In one study, children were asked to do puzzles. Some were rewarded with money, while others received no external reward. Then the researchers stopped giving the reward and looked at whether the children's behavior would change. They found that the children who had received money were no longer interested in the puzzles once they saw that they wouldn't be rewarded. The other children, the ones who had received no reward, still showed interest in the puzzles. Their motivation to do the puzzles was internal. Another study worked with children drawing pictures. The children were divided into 3 groups. The children in all 3 groups were asked to draw pictures. One group was told they would get a certificate for drawing the pictures. The second group was told nothing to make them expect a reward, but they were given certificates after having drawn some pictures. The third group drew pictures with no certificates or any other type of reward. Then the researchers observed the children at a later time. They saw that the children in the first group weren't as interested in drawing pictures as they'd been before the experiment began. They'd learned to expect a reward, and when one was no longer offered, they were no longer interested in the activity. The children in the other 2 groups, the ones who had drawn pictures without expecting to be rewarded, were just as interested as ever in drawing. Their motivation hadn't been affected. But for the children in the first group, the offer of a reward, the external motivation, had later led them to lose their internal motivation. So, these studies are very telling and fundamental, really, to understanding how internal and external motivation work.
Now answer question number 31. Now answer question number 32. Now answer question number 33. Now answer question number 34. Now answer question number 35.
This is the end of part 3. This is the end of the listening section of the test. Now you will have 5 minutes to transfer your answers to your answer sheet. This is the end of the listening section of the test. Please put down your pen and hand in your answer sheet to the teacher. Thank you very much.